And yeah, there we go. Welcome back, guys, to another Assassin's Creed stream. Today we're celebrating the 15 years that AC1 has been released. And yeah, that also means, you know, the franchise at this point has gotten 15 years today. On the 30th of November 2007, this game found its way into the gaming world, and yeah, I would say it definitely has changed it quite substantially since then. And yeah, hey Battalion, good mornings. Happy 15 years to you as well. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like earlier I was doing a test of this game, and Levi and I were just saying how good it still looks you know, for being like 15 years old now. That's also crazy, I guess, how advanced gaming was already in the year 2007. Hey, the Crested, welcome in. Thank you for joining, and good day to you. Indeed. But yeah, I figured we're gonna be doing another No-HUD playthrough for AC1. To kind of like do like a bit of a challenge, I guess, with the game and give it something unique. And yeah, also kind of like to follow the original game philosophy behind this game. Because I actually designed AC1 in a way where I wanted the player to have no minimap whatsoever. Instead, you would have to listen to the NPCs and kind of like your environment to tell where you are. And we also played a lot with sound design to kind of like give you cues as to what's currently happening. For example, the enemies will give you like audio cues for what kind of like stealth phase you're in. So that's actually quite helpful to do like a No-HUD playthrough. So the game quite literally has been designed to be played without the HUD. It was only in kind of like the late development stages they decided to add it because the testers were complaining, I guess. But yeah, initial design was for like no help visually whatsoever. Chris, did you say you have barely played through the first game? You feel ashamed? I mean, that's fair and understandable. It wasn't until pretty late into my AC saga that I played for AC1 all the way through. I think it must have been around the time that AC3 has released that I like my first proper playthrough of a game. But yeah, it can be a bit rough around the edges, I think. Which is why it doesn't appeal to literally everybody. But yeah, I feel it's definitely worth kind of like, you know, getting through. Because the story, I think, is really good, like the payoff in that regard. But yeah, gameplay-wise, it's definitely a bit rough. AC2 does improve on the gameplay so much. It really does, yeah. It's actually crazy because back then people were really enjoying AC1, but were already like pointing out, you know, issues with the parkour, or that certain functions were kind of like locked behind really complex mechanics that the average player wasn't really, you know, being able to pull off most of the time. But yeah, like really improving, you know, those mechanics kind of like made it more accessible, I think. And also, I guess also a better game, because it wasn't quite as inconsistent anymore. For example, when air assassinations work, or the fact you had like double assassinations and stuff like that. Then also like giving you like more gameplay systems, you know, like having the whole home-based system. Something that AC2 kind of like introduced into the series that has been a staple since then, really. Kind of like having your own home base that you can renovate or invest into. What is my favorite Assassin's Creed? I would definitely have to say the second one, yeah. It's also been my first one that I played all the way through, so I guess that's why it's a bit more special to me. But even coming back to it now, I think there's like so many things it like absolutely nailed as an Assassin's Creed game. And I think it really advanced the lore quite a bit, you know, like giving us another timeline. And then giving the opportunity to dive into other timelines as well, like having all those connections to the ancient assassins. So opening up potential settings there. Also really advancing on the modern day, especially with the glyphs. It like lots of potential for, you know, like different time periods where pieces of Eden had been used, or assassins had been involved into fighting the Templars. So I think it was definitely the game that made the franchise as long running as it is. Because if it wasn't for the success of AC1 and the potential of AC2, then there only would have been 3 games. But I guess very early in the development for AC2 they realized that the potential was there to milk the franchise. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely quite influential within the series. What about you, Crested? Do you have a favorite Assassin's Creed? Also, hey there, SD Red. Welcome in. Oh no, Batman is watching me. Better take care now. Okay, let's have a look into the options here. So, yeah, that's all good. Customize controls. We will go for Xbox 360 for Windows. You actually have an Xbox One controller, but you have to kind of like insert a fix into the game folder before it's even like usable with all the buttons. Yeah, Valhalla was really good as well. I've actually really enjoyed it. Which surprised me a little bit because I didn't enjoy Odyssey all that much. I was kind of like skeptical when they went with the dialogue choice system again and kind of like having a longer game. But I think it's definitely worth it, at least doing one playthrough. Because especially the main story I think is written really well and they do a good job, I think, showing either side of a conflict and also the different cultures, of course, between the Saxons, the Danes, the Britons. Definitely immersed me into the time period. I'm now also watching The Last Kingdom with Levi actually. And yeah, that show I can really recommend. And there have honestly been a lot of things that I thought was like inspired by The Last Kingdom. Because similar to Eivor, the protagonist has kind of like lost his parents to betrayal. And the guy he has to kill is called Kjartan the Cruel, which is very similar to Kjotve the Cruel, the guy who you know, killed Eivor's parents. And then he also has a one-eyed son, against which you know, Eivor and the protagonist of The Last Kingdom have kind of like a blood feud. So it definitely seems like inspired in some regards. But yeah, either way, I think we're gonna go get started now. Let's do this. No-HUD challenge.
I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Okay, let me just check real quick if I can already turn off the HUD elements. Indeed, I can. So control HUD off, sync power off, GPS system off, and no weapon icons.
We've got a problem. I can't anchor him to the memory. Too much psychological trauma. He's rejecting the treatment, retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
Let me try and stabilize him.
Focus. Listen to the sound of my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it, it's not working.
Give it a moment, mister. He'll adjust. The first time is never easy.
We're losing him.
That's enough, Miss Stewman.
We need to pull him out. Now.
All right, Desmond. We're going to try and bring you out now.
You okay?
I told you he'd be fine.
You bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There isn't time. You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes, your file indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
You're insane.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die? Lie down.
There we are. Desmond Miles,
I need you to lie down, Desmond.
Warren Vidic, and Lucy.
Lie down, Desmond.
Beginning of a modern day story. I think this is the thing that people were surprised by the most, you know, that there was like this whole other storyline of how we even get into the history, you know, because the game kind of like advertised itself mainly on the Crusades.
I need you to lie down, Desmond.
I do however think that the actress for Lucy, she actually accidentally leaked something. So some people are kind of like aware of there being like another kind of like angle. But yeah, nobody really knew any details.
A wise decision.
Whoa. Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We've found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
Hey there, Blasphemosaurus. Welcome in. And happy 50th year anniversary to you.
Attempting to restore synchronization. Hello, Subject 17. This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control system. Instructions will follow shortly. The synchronization bar represents how in sync you are with your ancestors' memories. If you ever fall completely out of sync, the Animus will restore you to your last synchronized position. You are currently dangerously close to desynchronization. Please follow all forthcoming instructions in order to restore system stability. The Animus utilizes a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your ancestor. I'm loading subroutines to validate your body's adaptation to the Animus. We will begin by exploring the default actions of each input.
Thank you.
While standing,
That's crazy, isn't it?
the head button to observe your environment.
15 years. It doesn't feel like that. But at the same time, it's definitely feeling like a wow. But yeah, it's crazy, like if you look at it graphically, but also gameplay-wise. Like how advanced it already feels. And hey Verod, welcome in Senny. Thank you so much for the raid, dude, and welcome in everybody from Rodstream. Welcome in Raiders. I hope you had a good stream of AC Odyssey today. I was lurking on you earlier while we had breakfast. I hope it went well. If you old now crested, yeah, me too. It's crazy because I still remember quite vividly, you know, when the game was released and like seeing videos on YouTube and stuff. And then playing it at a friend's. But yeah, welcome in. We're just getting started with some Assassin's Creed 1. We're celebrating the 15 years since the game has been released, because on the 30th of November 2007 this game was, you know, coming out on consoles and PC. And yeah, I figured I start another celebration playthrough of this today and do another No-HUD challenge. So essentially we're playing without any of a minimap or other kind of like indicators that would help you to navigate or, you know what to do at every time. I wrote thanks for the lurk. Hope you enjoyed breakfast. I did, yeah. Definitely. Benuki got a lot of frustration with No-HUD and civilians attacking, interrupting what you were doing, but made some more progress in the story. Finished the stream after Cassandra and Brasida's kick ass in the warehouse. Very nice. That's actually one of the awesome cutscenes in Odyssey. Kinda like makes you wish there were more of these like properly mocap one. But yeah, I can understand with the No-HUD, especially in a game as big as Odyssey. And also, you know, it hasn't really been designed for No-HUD either, I reckon. In contrast to AC1. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, Rock, but is today your birthday as well? Because I remember last year we were talking about the AC1 birthday, and I'm not sure if I remember it right, but yeah, correct me if I'm wrong.
Good. Use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed to the marker to continue the synchronization process.
It's sort of annoying without the HUD. You would never do a full playthrough with no HUD for that game. It is, yeah. Well, here's now the next day, but this game came out on November 30th, and that's your birthday. I gotcha. Well, in that case, happy birthday to you, dude. I hope you had a good day, and hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I wish you all the best for the next year. Hope that everything you wanna be doing is going to go and become true. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. You actually have a birthday on, the anniversary of the series, basically. And yeah, for anybody that hasn't checked out Rod's channel before, definitely highly recommend doing so. He's an amazing streamer. Also a big fan of Assassin's Creed, probably the biggest one that I know on Twitch. So it's always like going very in-depth with, the lore, and knows a lot about the gameplay, and does like tons of challenges.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a really good place to watch more of these games,
15 years.
definitely check it out.
Me feel old over here. Also, what's poppin'?
And hey, the Waffle, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 37 months. That's absolutely insane. How are you doing? Ah, that's great, Rod. I'm glad you had a good time with family. And some awesome food as well. Yeah, that's no worries whatsoever. And hey there, Cheesy Cheese. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, well, for 15 years. Isn't it crazy? The game doesn't look like it's been out for 15 years. But here we are. I think one thing that's aged greatly is actually the aesthetics of the game. Like, even though you can tell that it wasn't released like nowadays, I think it's very distinct, and it makes the game not age the same way that others do. Which is, I guess, something more games go forward to, kind of like going for a stylistic approach to visuals instead of like being ultra realistic, because that way you can, age a bit better. That's awesome, Waffle. I'm glad it's going good for you, and that you're enjoying the new job as well. So Waffle, I'm not sure if you're still playing Forza 4, but I've actually gotten to that game now. So if you ever wanna do like a session together, just, message me or something.
Well done. The Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile. Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action oriented. Hold the high profile button to see how your heads-up display changes the context of the puppeteering inputs. Excellent.
Excellent. She likes my dance moves.
We will continue your synchronization process by testing some high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high profile. Good. Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get closer to a fleeing target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground. While sprinting, reach the marker before this man does. Well done.
Oh, done.
The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status. The different states will be explained in context soon. This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate the change in awareness level, you will stealth assassinate this soldier. First, lock onto your target.
Eva code. Welcome in. That sounds nice. Spicy tuna.
Now, select your hidden blade. With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button. The dead body has alerted the soldier and changed his awareness to informed, as represented by the red witness indicator. Aggressive actions or socially unacceptable behavior undertaken at this time will likely provoke an armed response. Provoke this soldier.
Assassin! Don't let
Notice
him
how
get
the social
away!
status icon has changed to exposed. Use the latter and try to break the line of sight.
I'm catching up to you!
Like I was just dancing and he was super offended by that.
Excellent. The
But
line
everybody has a taste, it seems.
Now run into the roof garden to hide from the soldier. Good. Your social status indicates that you are hidden.
I need
The
money,
soldier is
sir. I'm
hidden.
poor and sick and
Wait until
hungry.
your social status changes again.
To hell with this. I've better things to do.
Please, sir, do you have any money? Coins?
Well done.
Any
The
coins?
soldier has lost your
Where
track.
is Charles Lee?
You are now anonymous, and you can exit the hide spot. Excellent. Being anonymous will fill your synchronization bar and make your job as an assassin easier. There are different places which you can use to hide. However, you must always break the line of sight first, and then use a hide spot to vanish.
A very nice waffle. So, what would you want to stream? If you might
Let
get
us
back.
continue with a demonstration of Blend. Blend can be activated with the passive use of your legs. You can mimic a scholar and pass near soldiers without arousing suspicion. Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
On your life ends now!
Yeah, they really don't like my dancing.
Fool! Don't you know?
But they must all die. Desmond's Connor DNA accidentally slipped into the current ITE memory. Yeah. It's like one of the helix glitches in Unity. Blending together multiple time periods.
Now that you are fully synced, a new ability is available to you. Referred to as eagle vision, this sixth sense helped your ancestor understand the intentions of people around him.
It's definitely fair waffle. And yeah, American Trucking Simulator sounds good. I'm watching quite a bit of that on Twitch as well. I reckon you also drive with like a pedal and everything? And like a steering wheel?
Well done. Remember, eagle vision will only be available once you are fully synced. Please note that following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life will assist you with staying in sync. The Creed consists of 3 tenets. First, never hurt an innocent person. Second, always be discreet. Third, do not compromise the clan. Should you lose sync, you can restore synchronization by reliving key moments of your ancestor's life, or by respecting the Creed. You have successfully completed the tutorial. The most stable memory block will now be loaded.
Wait! There must be another way. This one need not die.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill. Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the Creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Understand these words. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way of...
My way is better.
I will scout ahead. Try not to dishonor us further.
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to me. Only that I should be honored to have been invited.
The Master believes the Templars have found something beneath the Temple Mount.
Treasure?
I do not know. All that matters is the Master considers it important. Else he would not have asked me to retrieve it.
And there he is. Cocky young idea. It's like, I want him, send me. Don't question me. Peasant. I gotcha, waffle. That's awesome, Bull. I hope you find something nice. Respective Creed, take notes, Ubisoft Quebec. Instant shows every time. Yeah, same here, dude. The way they kind of like throw you into the time period is done really well as well. Right into the action.
There! That must be the Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant?
Don't be silly. There's no such thing. It's just a story.
Then what is it?
Quiet! Someone's coming.
I want us through this gate before sunrise. The sooner we possess it, the sooner we can turn our attention to those jackals at Masyaf.
Robert de Sable. His life is mine.
No. We were asked to retrieve the treasure and deal with Robert only if necessary.
He stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion, Altair!
You mean cowardice. That man is our greatest enemy, and here we have a chance to be rid of him.
You have already broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
And no worries, Code. You can always talk about off-topic stuff. Indiana Jones, did someone say Ark of the Covenant? Pretty much the same thing in it.
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business here.
Ah. Well, this explains my missing man. And what is it you want?
Blood.
You know not the things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver a message. The Holy Land is lost to him and his. He should flee now while he has the chance. Stay, and all of you will die.
Men, to arms! Kill the assassins!
Well done, Altair. Successfully fucked up the situation. Kind of interesting because the book actually talks about the situation as well. And in the preparation to the kill, you know, Altair is like being super perfectionist. You know, he's like basically syncing his footsteps with drops that fall from the wall and stuff, you know. It's really in tune with his instincts, I guess. Which surprises him even more that he actually missed the assassination because he was so sure of himself. But I guess for Robert Disable wasn't the first assassin that he encountered. Probably killed quite a few at this point already. And yeah, at this point, you know, he's like deeply regretting what he has done. Because the reason he was like so arrogant was that he's actually the best assassin in the Brotherhood, essentially, at least skill-wise. But now he has to learn some humility, I guess. That's where his character development starts. It really, you know, gives you like another perspective on the inside of a character and what he's thinking, because obviously you could have like maybe a monologue or something, but they decided not to, you know, do that, which I think is definitely fine. But yeah, that's why a book can be a really good kind of like media to expand on like the character's thoughts a bit more.
Skipping part of memory to a more recent one.
Altair, you've returned.
Raouf.
It is good to see you unharmed. I trust your mission was a success.
Is the Master in his tower?
Yes, buried in his books as always. No doubt he expects you.
My thanks, brother.
Safety and peace, Altair.
On you as well.
There we are. Masyaf village. And up there we have a castle. So that's a reference to also Alamut, which is where the Brotherhood, like historically speaking, originated from. And the reason they kind of like placed it on top of a mountain was that it was kind of like about getting the eagle's sight, you know, like the viewpoint of an eagle on top of a mountain overseeing, you know, their surroundings. There's also a reason why it couldn't be besieged for a long time, because, you know, getting up here all the way to the castle, there's like so many defenses you can pull on, and obviously the advantage of height is a big aspect in successfully defending the castle too. So even Salah ad-Din, you know, wasn't able to besiege it. He was only able to kind of like dry all the resources in the surrounding areas.
Ah, he returns at last.
Abbas.
Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know you are loath to share the glory. Silence is just another form of assent.
Have you nothing better to do?
I bring word from the Master. He waits for you in the library. Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, brother.
We're looking at some videos on YouTube recently about Alamut as well. It's interesting how we're apparently going to see the progress made during its construction in Mirage. It's true, yeah. Like time-wise, it would definitely fit quite well into the origin of, you know, that Brotherhood. And how it came to be on that like particular place. Never word and I throw some dirt in your eye. Indeed.
It is none.
Who's gonna be laughing then?
The master waits within.
Altair,
Master.
come forward. Tell me of your mission. I trust you have recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our work ever go as expected? It's our ability to adapt that makes us who we are.
This time it was not enough.
What do you mean?
I have failed you.
The treasure?
Lost to us.
And Robert?
Escaped.
I send you, my best man, to complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak! Not another word! This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You'll do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Malik and Kadar?
Dead.
No! Not dead.
Malik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the room. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother would still be alive! Your arrogance nearly cost us victory today.
Nearly?
I've what your favored failed to find. Here, take it. Though it seems I've returned with more than just their treasure.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him. Go. Inform the others. The fortress must be prepared. As for you, Altair, our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Fast forwarding
It's kind of badass how Malik actually retrieved the Apple of Eden regardless, you know. Even though he was like heavily outnumbered. Shows you how good of an assassin he was as well. But unfortunately, you know, his arm has to be amputated because
Altair, it's
how badly wounded it is.
Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all.
What do you need me to do?
Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside.
As you wish.
The fuck? Get innocent. Why? And he was like, there's a Templar and there's a citizen. Let's kill the citizen. Very cool. All of these dead people. Because Robert de Sable, you know, could survive and get here.
Altair, come. Al-Mualim's not done with us yet.
Where are we going?
Up there. We've a surprise plan for our guests. Just do as I do. It should become clear soon enough.
However, even though Idea failed to kill Robert de Sable, you know, it's not his fault all of these people are dead. Because it was under Al-Mualim's command, you know, that he set out to try to get the apple. And it wasn't, you know, for Altair to make a pact with Robert de Sable and then break it, which is what Al-Mualim has done. Together with the 9 Templars we have to kill in this game. So yeah, Al-Mualim kind of like lays the blame on Altair, even though it was his responsibility. Hey Valevi. Good day. Yeah, it's been ages.
What a fool!
How have you been all of this time?
Stand on that platform, Altair.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
You've no claim to it, Robert. Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
So be it! Bring forth the hostage! Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. Then they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
Oh, my leg! Ah! Oh, my leg!
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us. I'll stay behind and tend to him. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
There you go. The leap of faith. Actually have to be skilled to pull it off, otherwise you end up with a broken leg or worse. It's actually interesting because this was also recorded historically, that some assassins jump to their death to prove they're not afraid of it. Kind of like discourage the morale of the enemy. But they would often also get the target and then would kind of like surrender on the spot and be killed. And let them allowed to be killed. So yeah, they were certainly not afraid of dying. I gotcha, Levy. That's definitely fair. Tomorrow then. And hell yeah for Forza. I want to play some more Forza later as well. I need to catch up with a level. Yeah. That's still so funny, Witcher 2, the Easter egg to Assassin's Creed. We never learn. Oh, is that a challenge, Levy? Of course, it's on.
To drive Robert from here. His force is broken. It shall be a long while before he troubles us again. Tell me, do you know why it is you are successful? You listened. Were it that you'd listened in Solomon's temple, Altair, all of this would have been avoided.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased. Malik has told me of the arrogance you displayed, your disregard for our ways.
What are you doing?
There are rules. We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's creed. 3 simple tenets, which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenet, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child, or I swear I'll tear it from you with my own hands. The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd. Do you remember? Because as I hear it, you chose to expose yourself, drawing attention before you'd struck. The third and final tenet. The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I am sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altair.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
I really like this plot twist, you know, because it kind of like ends the session when Altair dies and you kind of like assume, you know, okay, yeah, Altair is dead now. That's it. But of course, it's the first time that Al-Mualim used the Epo on Altair and kind of like, you know, showed him the illusion of dying. But yeah, and it's kind of like interesting that Desmond saw exactly the same, you know, like Desmond saw what Altair saw. Professor Stream idea, Levy challenges in which you have to achieve what challenge Levy sets for you in the game. I mean, that sounds fun. At the same time, it might also become quite the hardcore challenge. If Levy's getting very creative. It's like only walk on rooftops and use ranged weapons challenge. Of the entire playthrough. Let's do it.
I don't appreciate your questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines, but I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down, and then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. You just need to have a little faith.
Fine, but I want you thinking of ways to improve his staying power. We can't afford to stop every time the man breaks a sweat. It's bad enough we have to traipse through all of these useless memories.
I'll do what I can.
Play with your eyes closed too. I mean, yeah. It's easy. I'm doing that already. The floor is lava, but so are the roofs. You can only move via the outer walls of houses or halls. Imagine. Or like the street signs or something. That would actually be quite creative, but at the same time it would totally ruin some of the parkour.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
Yeah, that's a real tragedy. Desmond. Because you really gotta change your clothes.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
But even you would do those changes, right? And I mean, that's saying something. With, you know, how much you had to endure already in challenges with Assassin's Creed. Okay, so I'm gonna go for optional dialogues in this game. However, I'm not going to read everything that I'm gonna reserve for the actual Ennio playthrough next year of this game. But yeah, I still go and talk to Lucy whenever I can.
So you're really an assassin? Like Altair?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be one, but I ran away from the farm when I was 16.
Farm?
Yeah, that's what they called the place where I grew up. The farm. Like Messiah, I guess. Only not so, creepy. Just a small community in the middle of nowhere. About 30 of us living, you know, off the grid.
Why?
Thought my parents were just crazy hippies trying to stick it to the man, you know? My dad was always going on about our enemies, how they'd be looking for us, how we'd have to be prepared. No one ever came. Nothing ever happened.
Why'd you run away?
I could never leave the compound. You have any idea what it feels like being trapped in a place, knowing there was a whole world out there I'd never get to see?
Don't you miss your parents?
No. As far as I'm concerned, they weren't my parents. They were my wardens, and I was their prisoner.
It sounds like they only wanted to protect you.
With all that's happened, I don't know. I guess they were right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up the past.
It's alright. Gives me something to think about.
Try and get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
And that's kind of a tragedy, I guess, you know, is the fact that he was kind of like held prisoner in a way in the farm where he grew up with other assassins. But the reason they lived off-grid was that the Templars, or Abstergo, I guess, controlled everything, especially via the electronic, you know, ways. So if somebody was like to get any kind of like license or anything official document-wise or whatever, they would like immediately, you know, get to find you. But Desmond was like born that way, right? So he didn't know that outside world, so he didn't believe that was actually the case, you know. I guess he thought he was with like fanatics that, you know, were like conspiracy theorists. Until he set out, you know, and ran away, and then pretty much immediately got caught by the Templars himself. And now he realized that, you know, his parents were indeed trying to protect him. But honestly, I think you can't really blame him, because I probably would have done the same. If I didn't know what's out there, you know, I wouldn't simply believe if somebody is telling me it is that way. Some things you just have to see for yourself, I guess.
Got a question for you before I turn in.
Sure.
How did they find me? I mean, I haven't been anywhere near another assassin for 10 years.
Use your real name?
Nope. Not before today.
Credit cards?
Cash only.
Telephone?
There's no one to call.
Driver's license?
Motorcycle. Guilty pleasure.
There's your answer. Photo, fingerprint.
This is a drug company. What does Abstergo have to do with the DMV?
Desmond, these guys are everywhere. I'm sorry, I really can't talk about it.
Oh, I mean, not immediately. Apparently he's been living away from the assassins for 10 years, right? And he was definitely trying to be careful. But there they go, like, you know, the motorbike license was all they needed to find him. We would have also run away, Levy. Yeah. I think it's understandable. Especially if that's what they say the outside world would be like. But yeah, I guess the fact that Desmond was like as careful as he was, you can assume he's still somewhat, believe their parents. Or he at least try to be careful. Because he's been raised that way, I guess.
Aren't you tired?
Yep. Let's go to sleep. But you love how in the Desmond journey and Revelations they further add to that aspect of his life before being caught by Abstergo. Absolutely. Yeah, seeing that, progression of like running away, then getting into the city, being like excited by everything he's encountering there, like living the fast life as well. But that didn't really fulfill him either, and then, he got like caught in his darkest moments, I guess. The Desmond journey and the Lost Archive DLC with Clay's journey, I guess you could call it. Just so well done.
Damn it, they locked the door.
I think at one point I would love to play all the modern day segments in order. But that would require me to do like multiple saves, I guess, with like different points in the story. But I guess what you could do is like do one playthrough and then do like backups of the specific points, and then you could like go over modern day like back to back. Seems like minimal effort. Yeah. Almost like nothing. Well then, let's go to sleep.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
Yeah, it would. So how about you tell me? Hey, Gigi, welcome in. And happy Sunday to you. Thank you. I hope you and Mauler have a good weekend so far. Hope you had delicious food as well.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns.
I am alive. But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace.
You saw what I wanted you to see, and then you slept the sleep of the dead, of the womb, that you might awake and be reborn.
To what end?
Do you remember, Altair, what it is the assassins fight for?
Peace, in all things.
Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
So it is said.
So it is! But you, my son, have not found inner peace. It manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
Then what is to become of me?
I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You'll see you have been stripped of your possessions. Your rank as well. You are a novice. A child once more. As you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption. You'll earn your way back into the Brotherhood.
I assume you've something planned.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
So you'd have me take a life?
No. Not yet, at least. For now, you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
I like that. But I kind of like really ground you into like the beginning of, you know, like starting out as an assassin. And we also lose like every ability and every weapon we ever had, like including the hidden blade. You're only a peasant now, essentially. We gotta use our tools of observation and spying to get what we need. So they're completely non-lethally. But when you're exposed, kill everyone who was alerted to your presence to make sure none escape to completely end your stealth. That's very true. That's the way of the assassin. You know, to not be detected and alerted, you just have to kill everybody. Easy. Nobody can, you know, live to tell the tale. And it's all good. And hey there, Giga Rob. Welcome in. No map, how do you navigate? So the game actually has been designed to be played without the minimap and without any of your HUD. So you have, like, for example, kind of like signs, like road signs in the kingdom, guiding you to Jerusalem, Damascus, and Acre. And yeah, like within the map, you can kind of like also, you have like different districts between rich, poor, and normal, I guess. But you also see like clear differences in the architecture and the people. And they even like guide you into like directions if you go to the borough and ask for information. There's like lots of ways in this game to kind of like navigate. But obviously having played the game before is a huge benefit as well, because I know the maps already. At least roughly speaking.
Safety and peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
Gigi, you had a steak and potatoes dinner last night. James was pretty pleased about it. You're having oatmeal and coffee now while you wait for him to wake up. I gotcha. Very, very nice. That sounds delicious. I do love me steak and potato combo. Yeah, we made fried rice yesterday with sweet and sour chicken, which was also absolutely delicious. And tonight we're making spaghetti with meatballs combo, which I'm definitely looking forward to as well. That's like one of my favorite dishes. In general, kind of like Italian American cuisine, I think is amazing.
He should stop acting like a child.
You're right, idea. Okay, there we go. First the eavesdrop. Just gotta find a bench. Sit down.
I know what I saw. Musoon opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Muallim.
I can't. Musoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masoon's accomplice.
He's disappeared. Hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Find the basket weaver. Man, I love the soundtrack in this game. Also the sound design for gameplay effects and stuff. I like how it's kind of like a mix between modern and kind of like futuristic synth synthesizers because of the enemies that you're using, mixed with historical instruments. It's kind of like, I would assume a kind of a divide, but it actually is an interesting mix, I think.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Find Mazoon near the cypress tree. Absolutely right, yeah. The vocals are always great in who works with Jesper Kid. Something that I also enjoy greatly in Valhalla, for his tracks featuring vocals. For example, the stealth theme that often plays if you're like inside a restricted area. I really like that really dark, kind of like Viking-like chant. Together with kind of like a synthesizer that sounds a lot like one used in AC2.
But men like Al-Mualim would see this dream destroyed. Today's attack was but the first, and more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
Yeah, me too. It's just amazing. Yeah, Valhalla in general had such a damn good soundtrack. It's something that certainly didn't disappoint whatsoever. Really gets you hyped. I'm actually quite excited to get back into Valhalla because I've been taking a break now for definitely a little while. With the AC3 celebration and now this as well. Ah yeah, this is where I got the damage in the no damage challenge that I did for my birthday.
Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Mualim who will judge.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You stand accused of betraying our brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die. You did well, Altair, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child. We've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damas. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall. Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
If you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
Oh yeah, got Vietnam Blade again. Also the sword. And I think you might also unlock the combo kill. Doesn't tell us. Or do they? Yeah, they do tell us. Okay, so we got Vietnam Blade. The sword. Anything else? I think that might be it for now. But you can't wait to get Odyssey out of the road so you can get back to Valhalla too. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. It's gonna be good once you get to arrange everything together, and then you can just like use that to watch a playthrough or something, instead of like having to play the entire game again. Because that's the thing with Odyssey, right? Like they kind of like really force you to do quite a bit of side stuff to finish the main game and the main stories. So it's always definitely a time investment. We serve customers who come to eat our food. We're generous hosts who like to make sure people enjoy our food, so we prepare and present it in the best way to ensure this. Yeah, sounds very convincing. Potential, but in Lord of the Rings, it was 9 rings created for men, and they are the 9 ring rays corrupted by those rings. That's true, yeah. And similar to the rings, the Apple of Eden holds temptation, in a way. Yeah, these vocal parts. I really like the choice as well for female voices, because might be another reference to the historical assassins, because when they were shown heaven by the old man of the mountain, they were often led into gardens with women, and as much as they wanted to eat and drink, while being drugged at the same time. And yeah, it's you could be kind of like maybe also reference to that, like why the female vocals often have such a strong presence, or the classic AC themes, I guess.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
It would be great for future annual playthroughs. If you do a meme or challenge run, you actually play, but yeah, want to go to the point with annuals where just stream the video you put together and do commentary over it. It's definitely fair. Do it that way, you know, and to like still do like playthroughs every now and again. Because that's the thing, like it's not a bad game or something. But there's sometimes you just can't be bothered to literally play everything. Yeah, it definitely could be another kind of like similarity, I guess, between, you know, the 9 people corrupted by the ring. That's the combo kill. So you kind of press attack and then you gotta press attack again as soon as the sword makes contact.
The work of a master. And that, my students, is how we all should fight. You must be busy. I understand.
Alright then. Quite recently I've been watching The Kingdom of Heaven again, which is a movie from 2005 with Orlando Bloom, Liam Neeson and lots of others. And yeah, it's also like set in a very similar time during the Crusades, and you have characters like Salah ad-Din and also King Richard as well at the end. It's kind of like about the siege of Jerusalem, which Salah ad-Din succeeded in. But that is such a great movie. You have only seen it once, but it was awesome. Yeah. I remember really enjoying that movie when it came out. And I watched it a couple times since then. Definitely has aged a little bit, like when I rewatched it just recently. So Levi and I thought a couple situations were kind of like funny, also the way it was filmed. But you know, the way they created the setting and everything is still incredible, I think. Especially the moments where you just see like, you know, the armies and like the size of it. For example, when when Jerusalem, you know, like all the Christian crusaders arrive. Just insane. But yeah, it really was funny at times. That's for sure. Yeah, I think it's time we go and leave Masyaf and make for the first city. Just have to check again, but we have to go to Damascus first, right? I think it's Damascus, Acre, and then Jerusalem. Sometimes there's things which don't stick out a certain way until years later on a rewatch. Yeah, that's true as well. But yeah, still a great movie, I think. Definitely recommend rewatching. Especially like the beginning of a movie when the character that Orlando Bloom plays kind of like joins his father's knights and then immediately gets ambushed. And I think like half of them just die on the spot, even though they have just been introduced. Something you don't really expect to happen either, I guess.
The short blade is best for quickly fending off.
So fun fact, but this assassin marked in red, he's actually the other traitor from Masyaf. And you can go ahead and kill him without losing any desync. However, since the other assassins aren't aware of that, they're actually gonna try and attack you in return. I'm gonna spare him here for now, but yeah, he's the other traitor.
What a fool!
No worries whatsoever, Rod. It's a really cool, small detail there. That you can do that. That's kind of interesting because every time you get back, he will respawn. So killing him won't be like a permanent thing or something, but you can do it. I think a while ago I watched like a video with all the different like Easter eggs and small details in all the Assassin's Creed games. And that was something I remembered. In AC1 at least. There were these road signs everywhere in the kingdom, guiding us to Masafia. And over there we should have like different directions for Damascus and Arakan Acre, maybe? Let's see. Yeah. Acre to the right, Damascus to the left. And that's what kind of like makes it definitely easier, at least, to navigate in the kingdom. Like, you can't really miss it like this, you know, if you really pay attention to it. I thought it was a Templar here. Maybe not. Ah yeah, sweet memories of, you know, collecting all the 100 flags in the kingdom. Even with a guide that's like super painful. But you are thinking about which weapon you'd like to use as a main in Valhalla for your next playthrough and have decided on the Dane axes? Oh yeah, dude. The Dane axes have actually become one of my favorite weapon types in my latest playthrough as well. It was probably the weapon type I used the most, I think, so far. And yeah, it's like crazy how powerful it can be. Like, it can get like really fast, also have like a really good range and AoE. And yeah, overall just awesome weapon type. That was the best part of this game, spending hours and hours and hours finding those awesome, amazing flags that give you an awesome bonus of nothing. Yeah. It's kind of funny how the developer is essentially just trolling you by making you collect all of these flags. It's like, yeah, this is pointless. Yeah, they're great for sure in all of the free games. Especially in Origins when you get like the spinning move going that causes adrenaline. You can just, you know, one-shot people with that combo super easy. Even like, you know, harder bosses. I think it's the Shane attack combo.
We are the true children of God. Stop this, please. You're hurting me. Alarislik. You're a dead man. Will die. May God have mercy on your soul.
That we don't have a counter kill yet, so I can only do the combo kill be a bit faster with combat. Like that.
He's not the last of them. I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Now we unlock the Skolas, which we can use to get inside the city stealthily. And become one with a crowd. Pretty big theme in AC, you know, at least for a long time. Has been social stealth, much more than any other stealth system. So it's good we finally got some of it back in Valhalla, but obviously there needs to be a much bigger emphasis on it, especially in Mirage, I think. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see what Mirage would do with that aspect. So here we are inside Damascus, and the first thing I'm gonna be doing is actually looking for the burrow, because it's gonna be a dialogue with the Rakif, the keeper of a burrow, before an investigation, and then before the assassination and after. So yeah, I want to be able to trigger all of these conversations in this playthrough. And in my previous No-HUD playthroughs I actually figured out that you have to look for a green roof. So that makes it actually a bit easier to find than other places as long as you're moving on rooftops. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a good viewpoint, I guess, and then look for that particular rooftop. There's also a citizen I can save apparently. Somewhere.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life! Maybe you haven't
Valhalla feels almost like a midway through development decision in a way. Yeah, it definitely does in a way. There's just so much more they could have done with it. And hey Veroni, welcome in.
Came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me. I owe you this. What did I do here?
Melik, what are you saying? Thief? You are filth. That's what I'm saying. Oh, look at this. I thought investigation. Well, technically we can do one investigation and still talk to the... Oh, never mind. I'm gonna wait. I wanna go to the burrow first. Just in case.
Curse him! Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay!
And first one. We could try to get this, and maybe from there we can see the assassin burrow.
Crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist! We must fight them in any way we can! Be wary, friends! The shaitan is everywhere! Watching, waiting.
Okay, let's have a look. There it is. Right above Adia's head there. So all of these others have like a white rooftop, right? But the one there has a green one. And that's how I can kind of like make out the assassin burrow. Madness? This is Damascus. If Leonidas would have ever made it to Damascus, that's what he would have said.
Why would he do that? Make no mistake.
Is there a reason for this nonsense?
Existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world.
As Tamir drove his caravan north, he came across the Saracen leader and his starving men. Most fortunate for them both, each having something the other wanted.
There we are.
Altair, it is good to see you, and in one piece. You as well, friend. I am sorry for your troubles. Think nothing of it. A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood. It's quite all right. Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you? Is that all? I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself. What business brings you to the mass? A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. Now tell me where to find him. Surely you remember how to track an enemy. Of course. Learn where he will be and when. But that sort of work is best left for... I understand. Go and search the city. Determine what he's planning and where he works. Preparation makes the victor. What can you tell me of him? Tamir makes his living as a black market merchant, so the Souk district should be your destination. I would suggest you seek out the following places. A small souk northeast of here, the madrasa to our east, and in the gardens north of this bureau. Focus on these places and he should become well known to you. I assume you want me to return to you when this is done? Yes. Come back to me. I'll give you Al-Muallim's marker and you'll give us Tamir's life. As you wish. Remember, Altair, if you find yourself in trouble and the city turned against you, return to the bureau. I can shelter you from the storm. Be warned though, if your enemies are too close, my door will remain closed until you've lost them. Do you understand? Yes. To bring the enemy inside would compromise the Brotherhood. Very well. Off you go.
Is there a reason for this nonsense? Hey, don't this add year's exercise routine? Yeah, somebody gotta stay in shape, you know. Yeah, it's so cool that Leonardo da Vinci's voice actor has already been in the first game. It's my least favorite Rafik. The behind the back talker.
I would have loved to have been by your side all these years. You lead the life of a hero. I would have loved to have been by your side all these years. You lead the life of a hero. You do remember how to gather information, right? Of course you do. You're Altair. I'm sorry. I tend to go on sometimes. I would have loved to have been by your side all these years. You lead the life of a hero.
A slightly sarcastic one. And Selkat, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 17 months of resubbing. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're having a good one so far. Yeah, me too, Rod. I think he's a really good voice actor and has a very pleasant voice as well.
Die, thief!
Won't anyone help me?
How can one expect to defeat us?
I need monster and poor and sick and hungry.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
I am with you, my friend.
And Infidel, the only infidel about are the soldiers. Yeah. Ain't that the truth, cheese?
I'll have your hand for that.
But yeah, we show them what kind of infidels they are. I'm a bit busy, lady. Yeah. I don't have my hands full with coins, but with guards. If you want to have them, feel free to do so.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Okay, so now it's time to find the investigations. It's gonna be a bit easier in the first chapters because the other districts are gonna be locked off currently by an enemy's wall. And that means you will always be in the district you have to look for. So, yeah. I'm just gonna run around a little bit. Try to find some unique opportunities here. However, I won't be doing all of the investigations, only the ones that are necessary to finish and start the assassination.
Come, people. Come see what I have to offer. Come see what I have to offer.
Hey, the Harbinger, welcome in.
Everything perfectly priced.
Yeah, where's Shards?
I have exactly what you need. Don't hurt me, please.
I think he's dead already.
You're nothing. God has forsaken you.
Please, I've done nothing
Hey,
wrong. Why
you
are
look
you doing
familiar.
this? Your life is now. Infinite.
Wait.
Still no chance against God is on
May
your
God
side.
have mercy on your soul. You're a very skilled opponent, but you will not win.
Thank you, my boy.
I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
So this is the original version of the game Second. Yeah. I mean, not exactly, I guess this is the director's cut. But it's the only version that's available of AC1. And is pretty much the original with a few missions added to it. But it looks exactly like it did on launch. So like no visual or gameplay improvements or anything like that. Yeah, it really does. I mean, 15 years old now. And still looking great, I think. There's actually a flag down here. Water's always difficult because if you touch water, you're gonna die. It's very easy to die, especially with how the parkour system is handling sometimes. If Soufflane, welcome in. Looks better than Vanilla AC2 in your opinion. That's definitely fair. Yeah, I think it definitely looks quite unique, you know, and it also has a certain art style, I think. For example, how they chose like the color palette is very different between the cities and regions here into. And I think that also helps the game age very well. And I guess also having like baked lighting, so essentially like one, you know, kind of like lighting system for the entire day is also easier to make it look good. In comparison to like a progressive day and night system. It's also a reason why Unity looks so good, because you don't have time progression with the lighting.
It is our duty to defend it until death. Some of my way. Come on. I've much to say, which is why you come to me.
My good people then, if you're tired of shopping food, then come see me. My merchandise is without fear. I can show you everything I have.
That won't happen here.
Something caught your eye?
This is where the assassination is gonna take place.
That won't happen here. Have a look. You won't be disappointed.
Come see what I have to offer. Everything's new. Everything's
Oops, sorry.
Don't do that again, understand? Come see what I have to offer. You won't believe your eyes.
Why would anyone
Yes, come. Let me show you. Come, people. Come see what I have to offer.
Unity looks great. Your favorite of the old ACs? That's fair, yeah. Yeah, Unity is absolutely gorgeous. To this day, it's still one of the best looking Assassin's Creed games, I think.
They say it is a crusade. A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist. We must fight them in any way we can.
Right. Crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Everything's new, well, except for what Atia destroyed. Indeed. There's gonna be plenty of that. It looks like a viewpoint, I would say. I don't think I can make this jump full, can I? I love how you can synchronize the viewpoint from anywhere on top of the tower. Even if you go into combat with these guys, you can synchronize and they won't attack you for while the synchronization is happening. So funny. Oh. And the game crashed. Never mind. Let's go ahead and restart. Cheesy, you love Damascus the most in AC1? Yeah, Damascus was really well done. And I liked having a place was like, you know, very much focused on that culture, you know. I think it was cool that we had like one city like Damascus, we had Jerusalem, where all the different cultures kind of like merged together. And then Acre, where there was like mostly Crusaders and Knights from Britain, Germany, and France. Kind of cool having that variety, I guess. Harbour Jamie is a game, but at the same you don't want to play it. It's definitely fair. Yeah, sometimes it can be nice just to watch something than having to play it yourself. Indeed. You blame it on the Templars? Yeah. They're throwing me out of the Animus? How dare they? Syndicate looks good as well, but there's only so much you can do with the grim-looking streets of Victorian London. Yeah. Yeah, to me, Syndicate looks definitely good. It looks slightly worse in Unity, I think. Which might also be because of the backlighting in Unity versus progressive lighting in Syndicate. And I think they did a really good job at, you know, making the city feel alive in Syndicate. With like all the different NPCs and all the activities they're doing and stuff. But yeah, to me, they definitely could have done a better job with the parkour though, and kind of like connecting the city a bit more, because in the first district, how's it called, in London that you get to, I'm not sure, but they did like a really good job actually using the trees and all that to kind of like connect the rooftops a bit more, because you have a point there where you don't have your rope launcher yet. But once you get outside Whitechapel, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Rod. So that's the district you start in with, and they have like a really good job done with the parkour there and the opportunities. But then once you get the rope launcher at the end of it, and you get back into the other parts of London, that focus is completely gone. And I know, I think that's a bit of a shame, because you really have to resort to the rope launcher a lot to get from one point to another, if you wanna use it for rooftop parkour. But it crashed because you're around. I mean, that must be it, Levy. It senses your presence. It's like Lara Croft's presence of a touch of decay. Memory still works, it seems. It does. Better than mine. I knew it was something with Chapel, but I wasn't sure, like Windchapel or whatever. But I think I was mixing Winchester and Whitechapel in my mind.
Learned all you need to know? No, not yet. Is everything all right then? Yes. Do not be ashamed if you lack the skill to finish the job. It happens to the best of us. Perhaps there is a courier mission you can attempt. That's enough. I was only trying to help.
Alternative dialogue here.
May I make a suggestion? Tamir is known to have worked much from the market district. Maybe you can start there. But then again, I suppose living with that mistake on your conscience cannot be easy.
Actually crazy how much more dialogue you can get out of Rafik if you come back before having done all the investigations.
You shouldn't let what happened in Jerusalem cloud your judgment. But then again, I suppose living with that mistake on your conscience cannot be easy.
Okay, back on the streets. It's really cool if you wanna kind of like investigate a bit further and see how much is hidden within the game.
Tight, yeah!
I don't have enough fingers and toes to figure out how long this has been.
Hey Vimola, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 25 months of resubbing. Yeah, it was easy up until 20, was it? But then got like progressively worse, a bit more difficult. How's it going, Mola? Hope you had a good weekend so far. I heard you had some delicious steak and potato dinner last night. Hope you enjoyed that.
That won't happen here. What you need, I'm sure of it. Take a look. See if I'm not right. Go away.
And yeah, it's going good. Celebrating the 15 years of the game today.
You'll find it here. I'm sure of it.
Kinda crazy to think, you know, it's been that long since it has been released. And yeah, doing a bit of a challenge with No-HUD. Same that I've done for AC3, so playing without any minimap and without all of it. Oh, got a pickpocket mission somewhere.
Something needs to be done. It's only a matter of time before someone else discovers it.
Tell him then, it's in his best interest to keep the souk secure.
He won't meet with me. Too busy with this new deal of his.
And the guards?
Tried already. They won't lift a finger unless the order comes from him.
Then what will you do?
I'll go to No-HUD.
The merchant king? He won't see you.
He doesn't have to. I've written him a letter that explains the problem. He can read it and decide for himself.
Quite a map of a souk showing the northeastern roofs easily connecting to the central courtyard.
You are
This weekend has been great so far. Grateful you fought the team 1 again and you've been really enjoying playing some Planet Zoo. So much that you woke up hearing the theme music in your head. Yeah, and you know that you're definitely enamored with the game. Kind of like hear it even in your sleep.
Dirty thief, I'll have your hands for that!
Yeah, that's awesome. My football team also won. For European football.
Let go of me, I've done nothing wrong.
Or I guess you guys would call it soccer.
Thief! You are filth!
Which was definitely needed, because actually kind of like fighting against relegation.
dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
There's a godless thing right there, idiots. Yeah, should definitely pay more attention to their surroundings. Thank you, Cheesy.
Let go of me! I've done
You've no
nothing
reason
wrong.
to stand here. Leave. Your presence annoys me. You won't get away with that, you murderer.
I like how she's dancing with me.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice. What happened to you?
Curse him! Curse the Christian king and his army of infidels! They go against the will of God and must be made to pay! Everywhere they ride,
Exactly, Cheesy.
only suffering in their wake.
It's kind of funny that teabag move that you can make with lots of characters in the series. Like everybody had kind of like this parkour-like system you could do with. And it's actually quite useful gameplay-wise even, because it means you can crouch, at least stationary crouch. Because you can move behind a small wall, for instance, and they won't see you. And you can even use it to dodge arrows. Because they will often aim for your heart or like head area. And you can sometimes like dodge it if it's well timed.
Altair, I need your help. I took something from one of Tamir's men, and now they're after me. Please, see me to safety, and I'll share it with you.
Jesus. Never crash? Come on, no game. Don't do it like this. I actually don't have that many crashes with AC1 like usually. But here we are. I have no idea, Sickhead. My last playthroughs, it crashed maybe like once for the entire playthrough.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Kinda sucky because I just found an investigation opportunity. Now we have to find one again. But should at least has saved like one of them. I hope.
As Tamir drove his caravan north, he came across the Saracen.
It's your presence.
Starving men, most
Like with Valhalla, right?
each having something the other wanted. As Tamir drove his caravan north, he came across the Saracen leader and his starving men. Most fortunate for them both, each having something the other wanted. Some say, were it not for Tamir, Salah ad-Din's men would have surely turned on him. Could be we won the battle because of that man.
Oh, you foul little wretch!
You seem to know quite a bit about Tamir. Tell me what he's planning.
I know only the stories I tell, nothing more.
A pity. There's no reason to let you live if you've nothing to offer in return.
Wait! There is one thing.
Continue.
He is preoccupied as of late. He oversees the production of many, many weapons.
What of it? They're meant for Salah ad-Din. This does not help me, which means it does not help you.
No, stop, listen! Not Salah ad-Din. They're for someone else. The crests these arms bear, they are different, unfamiliar. It seems Tamir supports another, but I know not who.
Is that all?
Yes. I've told you everything I know.
Then it's time for you to rest.
Tamir is preoccupied with overseeing the production of weapons. So he won't see us. We come to get him. This already finishes the investigation, apparently. You only had to finish 2 of the investigations.
No reason to stand here, Lee. That will cost you your life!
I've done nothing wrong!
Pay for your soul! Infidel die! You cannot run forever out of the way! I'll get you! I'll have your head!
Good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
Now why would we get to that?
Okay, so we could now go and start the assassination already. But I think I'm gonna do a bit more running around the district. Maybe I can find one more investigation or so. If not, that's fine, but yeah, I feel like doing maybe one more.
That will cost you your life!
Saving more citizens.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
I'll be right here, don't you worry.
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we
A lot of job openings for soldiers in the city. No kidding. We gotta get the whole army back at some point. Okay, we have a burrow again. So I reckon I'm just gonna go and start the assassination now.
What is he doing?
Altair, welcome, welcome.
I've done what you asked. Now give me the marker.
First things first, tell me what you know.
Tamir rules over the Souk El Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the largest death dealer in the land.
And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight?
A meeting is being arranged at Souk El Salah to discuss an important sale. They say it's the largest deal Tamir has ever made. He'll be distracted with his work. That's when I'll strike.
Your plan seems solid enough. I give you leave to go. Let Al-Mualim's will be done. You may rest here until you're ready.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Altair, my friend, is something wrong? Has Tamir been delayed? Has he left the city?
Everything is fine, Rafiq.
Ah, I see. Then why return so soon? Wait, do not answer. It is not for me to question your ways. I am certain no matter how strange your approach to this task, you will succeed.
Thank you for your trust in me. That guy actually selling pottery, or is it just a front? I think he might be obsessed with pottery. Thinking about it, because the thing is nobody could visit like a regular citizen, right? Because it's like only accessible through the top entrance here. So maybe that's like his way of passing time.
I know you can follow the creed. You just need to be a little less aggressive. Speaking of which, when did you intend to complete this task? I have faith in you, Altair. You will succeed today. Being stripped of your rank must have been an embarrassing experience.
He's sending pottery to assassins. Maybe, yeah.
But I am sure Al-Mualim will be proud of your accomplishment. Being stripped of your rank must have been an embarrassing experience.
This guy really loves to rub some salt in a wound. Just have to be careful about not breaking it on your way out. Very true. Okay, so we gotta go to the souk, the market, which should be around that way. Oh, look at this, Templar.
Bu tarafa! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kaçman fayda etmez.
It's a booming business. You like all the guards are voiced by the same actor. It's like Neo from Matrix fighting all the Smith agents. Now that's such a great scene in the second Matrix, especially when he's fighting like infinite amount of Mr. Smiths.
You'll not
find better items anywhere else. I swear it.
Yeah, it should be the place.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. A few coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
Just have a look. I have no interest in your calculations. The numbers change nothing. Your men have failed to fill the order, which means I have failed my client.
We need more time.
This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you?
Neither.
What I see says otherwise. Now, tell me, what do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now.
I see no solution. The men work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route.
Would that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses.
I have done all I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Too much? I gave you everything. Without me, you would still be charming serpents for coin. All I ask in return was you fill the orders I bring you. And you say I ask too much? You dare disrespect me?
Peace, Tamir. I meant no insult.
Then you should have kept your mouth shut.
No! Stop!
Stop? I'm just getting started.
No! Stop!
You came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me? Face! No. Leave the body. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Think twice before you tell me something cannot be done. Now get back to work.
All I ask is for a few coins. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Absolutely. Where did you learn your craft?
Have any money? Any food? I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. My family is sick and dying.
But I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
Just a few coins, please.
I can sell this. Melt it down and try again. If it comes just as coldly, it'll be you gets melted down next.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. My family is sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins? I need food. I'm so hungry.
You begged me for this position. Swore none could do as well as you.
All I ask is for a few coins. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. No, please don't leave. Just a few coins.
I don't understand what you do all day. Your stall is filled with goods. It should be your purse that's filled with coin. Why can't you sell these things?
Be at peace.
You'll pay for this. You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers.
Brothers?
Ah, but he thinks I am. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play. You'll come to know the others soon enough. They won't take kindly to what you've done.
Good. I look forward to ending their lives as well.
Such pride. It will destroy you, child.
for sale.
That will cost you your life for that! Thief! You are
That awesome music. And this is just always giving me the chills. But like post-assassination music. Like between the like you know, one way getting detected, one way like getting like to escape. Then once you escaped as well.
Word has reached me of your victory, Altair. You have my gratitude and my respect. Thank you. It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
Rafik, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altair. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Mualim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Yeah, that couldn't have gotten much better, to be honest.
Out of the machine, Mr. Miles.
What's the matter, Doc?
Miss Stillman is once again insisting I let you rest.
So what Lucy is really trying here is actually to buy time for Desmond. By, you know, getting him out of the session every now and then. But she also does it, of course, because the bleeding effect, where kind of like your consciousness merges with the ones from your ancestors, isn't quite as severe, obviously, if you don't spend as much time in the Animus. But yeah, it's also to buy time for the assassins to come up with a plan and to rescue both Lucy and Desmond.
So, feel like telling me who put the stick up his ass?
We have a deadline. 1 week. Well, 6 days now.
Deadline?
I can't talk about it.
Man, put yourself in my shoes. I'm being held hostage by a group of scientists, at least I think you're scientists, and forced to spend all day in some crazy-ass machine. You won't tell me what you're looking for or why you want it, but I'm supposed to be thanking you for keeping me alive. This is so fucked. Sorry, but it is.
What do you want me to do?
Let's see, I don't know. Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
Hey, you know what? I've got a question I think you can actually answer.
What's up?
Why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future?
The future?
I mean the present. Now, today, whatever.
You've probably noticed that English has become the official language of the Holy Land.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Animus is translating speech it deems vital into more modern English, so expect a few anachronisms. I could probably make it more authentic, but... You ever read Chaucer?
Who?
Yeah, definitely not for you.
That's, I think, really important. That's actually a very, very important dialogue if you look at voice acting, specifically in AC games. Because essentially what Lucy is saying here, you know, like, English has become the major language of the Holy Kingdom. Because that's how the Animus is interpreting it and translating it for us. It's the reason why Altair has an Arabic voice actor, but, you know, an American accent. And sometimes the original words come through, you know, or like the pronunciation of like specific buildings or something is actually really accurate. Never voice actor idea does it, but he still has like another accent because it's still English, you know, they're talking. And yeah, that's, I think, always a good point to make when somebody's like criticizing the voice acting for, you know, the American accent, because it's like done literally on purpose. And there's like even, you know, a law reason behind it.
Can you tell me more about Abstergo? What goes on here? Beyond the whole keeping me prisoner thing.
Abstergo is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Their primary focus is antidepressants. There's some information on the computer over there.
But you already said this isn't about testing a drug. So what's the deal?
I don't like where this is going.
So it's safe to assume the Animus is not a part of their public face.
What, you haven't seen the commercials?
Oh my god. She has a sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Desmond. I've got a lot of work to do. Like I said, if you want to know more about the company, take a look at the computer. The telecommunications stuff is particularly interesting.
Rough, that's true. Something that gets overlooked by people. A lot of things are explained within the games themselves. Just need to know what to pay attention to and comprehend. Yeah, for sure. If you really want to dig deep and, you know, find answers, there's like a lot you can get in most of the AC games. I'm talking about Rogue Odyssey, of course.
Aren't you tired?
And yeah, it seems like it's time to head back into bed and then the Animus. Of course.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Imagine that's how you get woken up every morning. Somebody just talking to you even though you're still asleep.
Man, I can't even change my clothes. Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right, right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late. Ready to go?
Yes, we are.
Up in Joe wears the same clothes for 5 games. It's like, man, I can't even change my damn clothes. But I guess it's where it started, you know. I was like, fuck it. I might as well stay in these clothes now forever.
Take your time. When moving slowly...
You've done well, Altair. And I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Akka or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Oh yeah. Got the short blade. And the counter kill. Finally. I tell you, it seems my students do not fully know what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show him what you know?
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. Perfect.
Yeah, Rod, it's like I might as well take over the entire training session at this point.
And that, my students, is how we all should fight.
Now.
You must be busy. I understand. Such wild swings will give your enemy an opening and send you to an early death.
Okay, so I think now we have a choice between both Acre and Jerusalem, if I'm not mistaken.
What is that man thinking?
I think I would like to go to Acre first, and then Jerusalem third. So we have like, you know, the direct contrast with the Christian dominated city, and then kind of like Jerusalem where everything is, you know, coming together in a way.
He's going to hurt me.
Rod would love to stay and watch more, but you must get your underdress and prepare to revisit Connor. Hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Rod. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night and a good rest as well. And yeah, I hope you also have a great start into your AC3 session tomorrow. And for those of you who haven't checked out Rod's channel yet, I would highly recommend doing so. He's currently doing a celebration stream of Assassin's Creed 3. Or multiple ones, I should say. A regular one, and then he's also gonna be doing one where he's gonna focus entirely on the music and turn down the volume for like sound effects and stuff. Really like enjoy the music even more. And yeah, he's also playing through Odyssey currently as part of his annual series playthrough. And of course he's also gonna get to Valhalla once Odyssey is finished to end his playthrough of a series before the year ends. So yeah, if you're looking for more AC content, then definitely go ahead and check out our channel.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your...
Going to probably finish the first pass of the celebration tomorrow. And yeah, that's no worries whatsoever for a shoutout, dude. More than happy to give you one. That's awesome. So are you gonna be starting your second playthrough immediately after finishing the first? Or are you gonna be only doing that tomorrow? I guess it would depend also how long it takes you to finish the first pass. We've got Acre to the right here. Depending on how long it takes, you would love to, if there's still a lot of time you can use the stream. At least have a second pass, probably. I gotcha. Very nice. I'm looking forward to see how it is like, you know, having most of the music going. Especially a soundtrack that might be a bit quieter than others, you know, would be really good to be able to listen to more of that. But yeah, sounds good, dude. We'll catch you tomorrow for some of that. Until then, have a good night. And we'll see you very soon. Very cool sound effects and dialogue can cover some music elements. Absolutely, yeah. And especially in AC3, I figured, you know, there's like quite a few scenes where dialogue can be quite, you know, noisy or even very quiet. And same for the music. It's not always like perfectly balanced. Oh, Templar. Ouch.
You won't get away from me! Bin der Zorn Gottes.
Ich bin der Zorn Gottes. He's the wrath of God, he said in German. Or kidding me. Amazing. Well then, so much about fighting the Templar, I guess. I tried going for the Hidden Blade counter kill. That's actually really difficult with the timing in this game. And especially against the Templars, they have like a mix of fast and heavy attacks. Let's try again on this guy.
Höre den Zorn Gott, erhält dich deinem göttlichen Urteil!
There we go. It worked. Ava Max, welcome in. Ein Assassine, haltet ihn auf. I love that the closer you get to Acre, the more French and German you hear. That's another way to notice that you're on the right path to get to Acre. And that's the one leading us to Asu, so that's good to remember for the late game, because that's the latest stage to find Robert de Sable. You just gotta walk through towards Acre when you come across it automatically.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction.
Watch it! That looks painful.
I love how Acre, you know, looks and feels completely different. Much cooler kind of like color palette. Having like a very bluish tint to everything. And also looks much darker, you know, like already you can see all the bodies piled up here. You have a plague hitting the city. You have lots of people who have already fought in the Crusades that are like traumatized by it and, you know, drink all day and stuff. Like if you get to the harbor, you see all of these drunken sailors. They've been, you know, fighting already. Also lots of mentally ill people as well.
What was that you called us before, eh? Heathen?
Hey.
Help! Help, please!
I will let you down!
Heathens! This is where you die! I will make you bleed! Heathen, you'll pay dearly! How did you do that? Heathen, this is where you die!
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it. Who could have done such a thing?
I've got another way to get into the city.
What happened here?
Yeah, nothing happened. You don't see me. I'm one of the monks.
What? Who's done this? Tell me!
Where's the one responsible for this?
You're one with the monk is within you. Exactly. That's what I like to say always as well. Please, sir, have a few coins.
Please, sir, have any money?
Seriously. What a beach.
Does he really have a reason for doing
He's like, do you have any money? There he is. Throw stones at him. Make him fall down to his death, because that's totally justified. Wait, doesn't this have like a viewpoint? Apparently not.
He's going to hurt someone, I know it.
Come no further. You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Right, that's our first viewpoint in Acre. And yeah, this should also be where we will continue next time with our anniversary celebration playthrough with a No-HUD. Because I would like to make like a proper start in Acre once I have a bit more time for that again. So yeah, this is where we're gonna call it here for today. Oi. Okay, apparently this guy wants to die. And this guy too. All of them want to die. There you go. That's what you get for not letting me synchronize the viewpoint properly. But yeah, this is where we shall continue next time. I think I might actually get back to this game tomorrow. Still not decided yet, it kind of depends how much time I will be having as well. But yeah, I definitely want to go ahead though and come back to Valhalla though. And you know, kind of like split the streaming time between the two games, as well as a bit of Forza on the side. So starting next week, we'll definitely get back to Valhalla and make a start on the Siege of Paris DLC. Because this game of course won't actually take too much time either. I can definitely get this done within the next 3 streams, I would say. So yeah, by next week we should already be finished with this, and then we can fully focus to finish Valhalla until Christmas. So yeah, that's a plan for the next couple of streams in the future. But for today we are done. Let's go ahead and exit the memory here. And then we're gonna go and have a look who's online and who we can raid. But yeah, first I wanna thank you all so much for coming by and for joining me today for the start of this unique playthrough here. Thanks also to all the resubs that came in today. Mola, thank you for 25. Zekat, thank you also for the 17 months. And Waffle, thank you for the 37 too. It's actually still insane. 37. Cheesy, thank you again for the follow earlier as well, and for joining us today. And Rod, thank you also again so much for the raid earlier with a party of 20. And everybody else, you know, thank you for being here, for watching the stream, for lurking, and also for chatting as well. Cheers, Zekat. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a good rest of your weekend and Sunday. I think we're gonna go ahead today and raid Maxi, because I don't get to raid Maxi that often, and he's currently playing some Deus Ex Mankind Divided. another game developed in Montreal, Canada actually. Catch you next time, Max. Thank you also for being here. Ava Church Monkey, thank you. Hope you have a good one too. Thank you for joining us today. But yeah, let's get a raid started here to Maxi. If you want to join us for the raid, then I've also got some raid emotes that you can copy and paste into the chat if you like. And yeah, we'll catch you all in the next one. Take care and have a good rest of your Sunday.